Like, your happy customers become your best marketers, right? Like, people want to hear it from a third-party source. They can go to your website and you can say how great you are, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they want to talk to people who have worked with you, or see what they say about you, right? Like, and then having like that, it's that recency and frequency of those reviews too. Like, a review 2 months ago isn't going to mean nearly as much to me as a consumer as a review that I got yesterday.
Welcome to the Lion's Den, hosted by Lance Bachman.
Hey everyone, this Lion's Den's coming from Louisville, Kentucky, Service World. We interviewed tons of different vendors and technology providers on all their problems and the solutions they have for contractors to scale their business. Watch this, let it go, let it rip, let's up and go, build your business.
We're out here at the Service World Expo, talking to people about the different challenges they're having right now. We're looking to get out of this. Pretty good turnout today in Kentucky.
We're gonna find out the challenges that are happening in the industry from literally a production standpoint, marketing standpoint, and from business owner standpoint, so you really get a take from all angles. Let's effing go.
All right, guys, I'm here at Service World Expo with my friend Dave from Lennox. Dave, we've been in a couple shows together. How's it treating you here today?
Oh, it's good. Traffic flow's decent. A lot of vendors out here supporting the event, and it's been good.
So we are here at Service World 2021, and this time we are talking to our new friend at Blue Collar Success Group, Chris. Chris, great to see you. Tell everybody a little bit about your experience here, how it's been today.
Yeah, it's been fantastic meeting contractors. Vendor show's been fantastic meeting other vendors. Getting back in person has been super cool. Getting to see some of our clients that are here, we're just super excited the opportunity to be able to be back in person.
Place right now with Service Nation, and we're here with our new friend Pete. Pete, tell us a little bit about your experience here so far today.
Well, it's been an amazing show. It's great to have people engaged again and coming back. The energy's been great. Exhibitors have been thrilled. Attendees have been really, I'd say, very high spirits, great attitude, learning a lot, having fun. It's a winner.
What's some of the biggest challenges you're seeing that contractors are having right now in the space? Is it capturing those leads that they're missing? Is it getting enough leads? What's some of the biggest things you're hearing?
That's it. So the reality is that a lot of these contractors have happy customers, but they're not using those happy customers to drive new business. And so we try and simplify this process for them.
Matt gets it.
Matt gets it.
So that's what it's about, is helping them do what they're already doing more efficiently.
So what are some of the biggest problems you think contractors have with scaling their businesses?
So I think the biggest problem that they have is really making that mental shift from being a technician and working in the field. A lot of us start that way, that we love doing that, to being a business owner. And that's really what we're focused on, is how can we go ahead and make that job easier for you? How can we guide you towards success? Because a lot of these guys, the work ethic is phenomenal. The people are great. But if you don't have the knowledge, again, you're not going to be successful. You're going to be struggling. You're going to have a job own you instead of you owning a business.
What is the biggest problem you see from someone being a 1 or 2 man, 3 or 4 man shop to making that next level up? I call it leveling up, becoming a real entrepreneur. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, typically the entrepreneur, they understand the technical skill set. I'm a plumber, I'm a heating and air guy, I'm an electrical technician. I have that skill set, but what I lack is the business skill set. I don't know how to build a team. I don't know how to grow a team. I don't know how to recruit. I don't know how to hire. I don't know how to train. And so we help bridge that gap for them and increase that skill set. You said level up. I use the word skill up.
Okay, what's some of the biggest problems you see?
Well, I think the biggest thing is marketing to the target audience, right? What is your target audience? The second thing is going to be, how do you get the right message out, right? Because if you're not putting out the message that resonates with your core customer base, you're going to miss them. So you have to know what kind of marketing, you have to understand your demographics in that market and understand the message that you're trying to get there, right? You got to find the right, spin on your overall value to these customers and to these owners of what makes being a part of the Neighborly brand is all about.
If you like this content and you're trying to grow your business, follow me at Lance Bachman and Lance Bachman Digital on Facebook. LFG, time to grow. A lot of times you're marketing to people that are 1 million in business, 10 million in business. What are you seeing a common theme? Is it leads, understand their ROI? Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing that I've seen is businesses focus so much on the sales funnel and the sales process. We're not thinking about the customer's journey and the customer's engagement, right? So that's the biggest thing. What are we going to do? How are we going to relate better with our customers? That's going to make the biggest difference down the road.
I mean, Brian, do we give 3 claps for our man Gotham? He just crushed it.
I got some snap fingers.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. So we're at Service here with Sean, who represents Goodman Brand. Can you tell everybody a little bit about the Goodman Brand, Sean? And
well, you know,
that's Bernie, that's my sidekick.
He's a good-looking sidekick, I gotta be honest with you.
I'm assuming you're selling the majority of your product to HVAC companies directly, right? Most homeowners aren't going. I know some can. You can go and actually buy a Goodman. It makes you very different from Trane and Lennox. They only sell to authorized dealers. You'll actually put your product in regular supply houses, and someone can go and actually just go buy a Goodman product, right? I think it's a differentiated thing. What is the difference between you, Lennox, Trane? Like, what would you say, what makes Goodman so strong?
You know what makes us so strong is the people that stand behind our equipment and the contractors we have in our group and our family. So, you know, when you look at it, we all use the same capacitors, we all use the same contactors, we all use the same basic compressors, but when it comes down to it, who's the company that's going to stand behind that equipment when something goes wrong or something goes right? So we have the best warranties in the business. We got the best team behind us. We got a factory in Houston, the biggest factory, third biggest factory in America right now. You know, we got Boeing and Tesla, then Goodman Daikin is number 3. So our building is huge, our production is great, and so we're getting it done out there in Houston, Texas.
What's the biggest problem you see with contractors trying to grow their business? I mean, that's the main reason. Everyone here, that's the main reason they're here.
So the problem is always, and will continue to be for the foreseeable future, is recruiting and retention and bringing more people into the trades. And one of the things that we're really proud of is tomorrow we've got a speaker that's going to speak to that. So the recruiting is one part of it. The retention is also a big part of it.
Absolutely.
And the reason that we see technicians and young people coming in and out of companies all the time is they don't feel a connection to the company. They don't feel engaged. They don't feel like they have a home. And so we've got a speaker that's going to speak right there to the power of human connection. And I think that was one of the biggest takeaways from this show, is that contractors need to work on retention, not with gimmicks, but on truly understanding their people and being engaged and hearing their stories and having the team hear the owner's stories and having that human connection, I think will really win out in the long term as far as retention and growing your business.
A lot of people are still going out there asking for, hey, can you just leave me a Google review, right? And let's be honest, probably 1 out of every 50 people take action, go home, and leave a review, right?
Absolutely.
Can you tell us how broadly monetizes that and how it can make your company scale so fast, and why, truthfully, reviews are so important? I don't think people realize that.
Absolutely, that's a really good point. And what happens is people have to log into their computers. They have to it's a very not like seamless process, right? And that's why people don't leave reviews. And so what we do is we text your customer, and we have a Google partnership, so it's extremely streamlined. With one click, you can leave a review, and what that does is it tells Google, hey, we are a accredited business, we're getting honest feedback, and they push you up higher in the rankings. They get you more found, and that's the most organic way to do it, and it's becoming increasingly more so. Tell everybody about the unique product you just told me and Lance about.
Yeah, so we're replacing traditional yard signs with virtual yard signs. So we give you a QR code and a link, project out all of your projects on the screen, share your unique link and your QR code with customers. Now they're able to see a 30-mile radius of all your jobs, not just a traditional lawn sign on one home, but 30 miles of all the projects that you have done in every single neighborhood. It's a huge credibility boost. Communities love it.
Can you tell people what Schedule Engine actually does?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you got some amazing companies like One SEO, top of the funnel, right? You got to have a website, you got to have a brand, you got to be driving traffic. And a lot of companies have some great softwares like Service Titan, House Call Pro, Successware to run their business. And oftentimes we drive all this traffic and we make it really hard for customers to book appointments. So what we want to do, right, is fill that middle of the funnel. Why make it harder? Let's empower homeowners to use online booking like they do for ordering food, everything else online. So drive them to the website, get the traffic there, let Schedule Engine book the appointment. That real job can flow directly into their back-end system, and it's like putting another CSR on your bench. They don't call in sick. Let your website book appointments for you, and let your team focus on what they need to.
So Greg, let's talk about CEO Warrior, what you do, and what's some of the challenges you guys ever faced. I think you guys are new emerging. There's other organizations like you, but
Sure.
Mike, your founder, you guys are passionate. Can you tell people what CEO Warrior does and some of the challenges you hope people overcome with?
Absolutely. So Mike and Rob, our founders, were 2 electricians who work in a truck. They were working 17 hours a day, 7 days a week. They invested in education, so they still invest a ton of money every year in education. After 10 years of really building systems and processes, they exited. They were doing $32 million a year. Along the journey, people started asking them, hey, how are you doing this? So we are a training and implementation company. We teach the systems, the processes, and the strategies that took those 2 electricians in a truck to a $32 million a year service company. If you're not interested in personal growth and transformation, we're definitely not for you. Our trainings are life-changing.
Wow. Life-changing.
Whoa.
It is.
We just got off stage here in Louisville at Service World Expo 2021. Lance is on a plane, had to get somewhere. But thank you everybody who stopped by the booth. Thank you everybody who came to the presentation. Let us know when you're ready to schedule your audit and start growing online. And thank you for tuning in to this very special edition of The Lion's Den.